If you've tried business before and it's failed, if you've lost money, maybe disappointed yourself or basically the people around you, if you're tired of starting again and again and again and wondering, am I even caught up for this? Is this what I really want to do? This video is for you. Because quitting now might be the biggest mistake of your life. Entrepreneurship is lonely. It's a lonely game. It's a game of isolation. You are the only one in the box. You see, funny how people don't talk about how lonely it is. Funny how people don't talk about the sleepless night, the self-doubt, the worthless feeling, oh, I'm not worthy, or I don't feel I can attain this, the mental breakdown. Nobody talks about this. Or the shame of seeing some people moving forward and you're feeling stuck. And you just look around you, everything around you is stuck, your business is stuck, nothing is happening, you're not even learning any skill at the moment. But listen carefully. Failure in business does not mean you're a failure in life. Failure in business does not mean you are bad at business. It just simply means you're learning. It just simply means you're learning the process. You're learning the game. You see, failure is not a verdict. Consider failure as a tuition you pay for learning what you don't know, for learning what to sell, what not to sell, who to trust, who not to trust, what works and what doesn't work. The most dangerous position you can ever be in life is to stop trying. No, you don't want to be in that position. I have been there, and I'm telling you for free, it's not a good place to be, trust me. When you stop trying, you've lost. But guess what? If you have failed before, you are ahead of someone who just reads, who watches videos about how to do this, how to do that, who is always, coming up with ideas but never taking action. If you have failed before, that means you've done something. You just didn't do it right. You are ahead. Failure builds experience. An experience, even painful ones, is an advantage. One of the big reasons people quit business is shame and comparison. You see somebody, you see people come online, people who are winning online, you see people come and they post their winnings, post the cars, post the house, post their numbers, and these are genuine, right? These guys are literally winning, right? They post all these things and you're seated somewhere and you're asking yourself, why not me? This is a powerful question, but you have to be very careful. You see, because there's a thin thread here. There are two ways you can ask yourself this question. One is the condescending manner. Oh, I'm better. I am way smarter than this person. I think fast. I can, condescending manner. Then the second way is why not me? The difference in tone and in meaning. Why not me? Now, this is the humble way. This is the way that depicts growth. This is the way that shows you really want to grow like this person you are seeing. Not talking down the person, not saying you are better than the person. Sincerely, you need to ask yourself, why not me? Most of the success stories you see online have chapters they never posted, losses they never showed, debt they never reviewed, years of working and having nothing to show for it. So, in other words, what's this telling you? You're not slow, you're not behind, you're not cursed. You are just in the part of the story that doesn't look good yet. So let's have a reset of what entrepreneurship really is. Entrepreneurship is not motivation, it's not vibes, it's not aesthetics. Entrepreneurship is long obedience in one direction. You might be wondering, okay, does it mean I have to do one thing for the rest of my life? No, that's not what I'm saying. You have to be obedient in one direction. You see, Myron Gold says something, I love that man. He said something, he said, obedience is God's algorithm for elevation. It's the principle of life. So think of obedience in this context as consistency. It means to be consistent in one direction. First of all, focus on one thing. Get it right. Do it well. Before, it's funny how a lot of people say they want to be serial entrepreneur. And no, there's nothing bad being a serial entrepreneur. First of all, be an entrepreneur first. You have to First be an entrepreneur before you become serial. It's funny when you hear these things. People say, "Oh, I'm gonna be a serial entrepreneur," and they are jack of all trades. You see them do this, do this. Nobody knows you for one particular thing. If people don't know what you do and know that you can do it very well, you are not an entrepreneur. If your goal is to blow, you want to just, you understand, just blow off, make it faster, entrepreneurship will break you. Stop chasing fast money, loud success. Start focusing on one skill you can master and one problem you can solve. Not just solve it very, very well. You have to stand very strong on one stream of income first before, jumping from one to another in the name of a serial entrepreneur. Because wealth is not built in excitement. It is built in consistency and patience. So what do you have to do differently now? If you have failed before, calm down. Don't jump back again blindly. Do this instead. Shrink your business. Start small. Start small enough that when you make mistake, it doesn't hurt you so badly. Don't start a business and you start big. No, why? You're starting a business. Start small. Shrink the business. Start small so that you get to learn the ropes. Let me give you an example. Say you want to get into poultry farming, right? You've gone to get 30 birds. Why do you need such an amount? You can start off with 100, 50 birds, 200 birds, learn the ropes, understand, okay, how am I supposed to manage them so that no one dies? Now, if 10 dies, you understand, oh, this is what killed this 10. This is the mistakes I made. You can bear it. You can bear if the 200 dies. But you cannot bear, my brother, if you go and buy 30,000 birds and out of 30,000, 15 first die in their first week. Now you are left with half. Before we say, let's go and look for doctor, 10 die. He say, waiting, village people. It's not village people. You understand the point? Start small, shrink your business. Sell before you perfect. Ideas don't pay bills. Customers do. You don't need to be a perfect salesman before you start selling. You have to just start. It is in the process of selling you make mistake. Those mistakes form you. You get capacity. And the only way you can build wealth is through capacity that has been built over and over and over again through experience. Another thing you can do is to get proximity. See, be close to people. Be close to the people that are where you want to go. I'm not talking about networking. Networking is good, but you have to be close to the people who have what you want. People who are already doing what you are doing, what you want to start doing, right? Be close to them. And this is where relationship comes. You have to have a good character. You have to be humble, not pretense. You really have to build a relationship so that people will draw you to themselves. Practically now we live in a digitalized world. You don't have to go and look for these people or be with them physically, right? You can just follow them, right? Check what they do, hear what they say, get closer to the things they do. Just to give you a little bit of context, I'm a photographer, I'm a real estate agent, right? Now, when I started photography, basically, I'm a wedding photographer. And just in case you have wedding, you can call me, thank you. Now, now let's get back to our conversation. Now, when I started photography, right? See, I was terrible at editing. But when I see the people up there, when I see those guys up there, right, I there was no way I could physically get closer to them. But guess what? Every single time, you see, where you will find me is in their Instagram page, their YouTube page. What am I doing? Learning from them. Okay, how did they edit this picture? How did they do this? How did they retouch this? That was how gradually, I started learning retouching. Now I teach retouching. People book one-on-one section with me to learn retouching. You understand the point? Get proximity, get closer to people who are already where you want to be. And again, what you could do is track numbers, not feelings. Feelings will lie to you. Don't depend on feelings when you are doing business. As an entrepreneur, no, numbers will never lie to you. There's something you need to understand. Some seasons are not for profit. Some seasons are for preparation. You might be in a season of learning discipline, building character, understanding people, developing emotional strength, and that seasons matter. So if you're tired, rest. If you're confused, rethink. If you're discouraged, reset. But don't quit. Your story doesn't end at failure. It sharpens there. If this message spoke to you, share it with somebody who needs to hear this. Thank you.